Farther, Thursday at 8/7 Central, or stream anytime on CBS.
I want to just call you Demo Girl.
I wish we got that in slow-mo.
Secret Celebrity Renovation, new Friday, or stream anytime on CBS.
Eyewitness News. Lithia Subaru of Fresno. Subaru confidence in motion. This is Murrow and Emmy Award-winning CBS 47 Eyewitness News at 11.
Tonight, a Fresno family is sharing their story in the hopes of preventing other families from going through the same pain.
69-year-old Gloria Garcia died a few weeks ago from COVID-19. Her diagnosis coming just a day before she was hoping to get vaccinated. CBS 47's Kirsten Mitchell is live in the studio and spoke with Garcia's children tonight. Kirsten.
Andy Hodges and Ernie Garcia say their mother wanted to get vaccinated. She had put it off for months due to her health conditions, which made it a hassle. They wanted to share their devastating loss in hopes others won't wait until it's too late.
He was funny, sarcastic, clever, feisty, potty mouth, which is what I inherited.
Siblings Andy and Ernie can't help but smile when they look back on their mother's life.
The woman killed Jeopardy every night like it was nothing.
At 69 years old, Gloria Garcia, known as Mims, had overcome a lot. The loss of her husband and ongoing health issues, including diabetes, liver disease, and a partial leg amputation.
She wanted to get vaccinated. It's not that she didn't want to. It just was a struggle for her to get in and out of the car and then to have to sit outside and to wait in the line for the vaccination. So she wanted to wait till she could get it in her doctor's office where it's more comfortable and it's an appointment, and we were okay with that.
Her children say they took all the precautions as they cared for her once COVID hit. She rarely left the house and they both got vaccinated. But in mid-July, what seemed at first like allergies ended in a COVID diagnosis and trip to the hospital.
She didn't want to go. She's like, I can't believe you're making me go.
And I just told her, they're going to take good care of you. We'll talk to you later. We love you.
The next time they saw her was through a video call. She was on a ventilator and unable to speak.
Within a few hours, it had taken over.
With no time to say goodbye.
Even if they've passed, you still want that moment to be able to say goodbye.
Andy can't help but wonder if there was more she could have done.
That's what I have to live with, is had I just insisted and thrown her in the car, she would probably still be here because the other patients in the ICU at that time weren't vaccinated either.
The siblings hope those on the fence about getting the vaccine will reconsider.
My side effects were a headache and a sore arm. That was it. And I'll take that every day the rest of my life to have her back.
And we thank them for sharing their story. So the family is planning a celebration of life. And if you'd like to help, I'll post a link to a GoFundMe on our website, yourcentralvalley.com. Reporting live in the studio, Kirsten Mitchell, CBS 47 Eyewitness News.
Kirsten, thank you for that. Today, the city of Fresno announced that city employees must get the COVID-19 vaccine or get tested regularly. CBS 47's Madero Spab has reaction.
The new policy will start in September, and the city manager says that anyone who violates it could face consequences up to termination. And the mayor and council president say this is what is best for employees' health, but others say it goes too far.
COVID is not a hoax. It's real. People have lost their lives, and we should take steps to make sure that we're all safe. We have an effective tool to do that, and it's called the vaccine.
As COVID-19 cases spike in Fresno due to the Delta variant, Fresno Mayor Jerry Dyer and other officials laying out a new policy for city employees. Show proof of vaccination or get tested weekly for COVID-19.
We lost 2 police officers this last year, Paul Brown and Angel De La Fuente, to COVID. Never in my life did I think either one of those would succumb to COVID. And so we all have to remind ourselves the reason as to why we're doing this.
On July 11th, the health department says there were around 40 COVID hospitalizations in Fresno County. That number now over 160. Around 36% of the city's 4,100 employees have been vaccinated against COVID-19. Fresno City Employees Association represents around 700 of those employees. President Sam Frank says the union is okay with the new policy, but is concerned about the possibility of the city laying down a firm vaccination mandate.
Where it could blow up in our face. We could end up with people quitting, retiring early, the whole 9 yards. Because remember, we're only here to provide service. And if we do something and go reach out and overreach on it and do something, it could be counterproductive.
Councilmember Gary Bredefeld against the new policy, saying it essentially forces employees to be vaccinated.
It's harassing them. It's threatening them with their employment. And it's all people don't want. And I believe in personal freedom, responsibility, and I believe this is still America, although people are trying to change it.
Officials say they could consider a vaccine mandate for employees if hospital conditions worsen. And right now, the vaccine is administered through emergency youth authorization, but could get the full FDA approval in the next couple of weeks. Reporting from downtown Fresno, Midears Bab, CBS 47 Eyewitness News.
And a quick reminder, we do have a coronavirus resources page. It's on our website, yourcentralvalley.com, and includes resources from federal health officials.
A family is searching for answers nearly 1 week after a beloved 87-year-old woman was killed by a hit-and-run driver in southeast Fresno. Margarita Linares was using her walker to get to a neighborhood market when she was struck and left to die. As CBS 47's AJ Cotto shows us, her family is now calling on the community to help with an arrest.
Police have released pictures of a possible suspect vehicle, but still no leads. Now the family is desperate for anyone with any information to come forward. Margarita Linares was 87, but still active and full of life. A mother, grandmother, and great-grandmother to a family now looking for justice. They believe Linares was trying to get to a local shop when she was killed by a hit-and-run driver just her home in the area of Olive and Thesta Thursday.
I just need answers,
Daughter Sonia says she and her sister checked in on their mother daily, but Linares insisted on living on her own and keeping her independence.
She did anything she wanted to, and she just loved it. She didn't care what people thought about her.
Linares' family is now calling on the driver or anyone with information to come forward.
I ask him to look into his heart and his conscience and to think that if that was his mother, wouldn't he stop to come forward?
Police are looking for a late 90s to early 2000s white Ford Expedition with front-end damage.
In this case, if the driver had stayed behind, we would have been able to get that driver's side of the story as to what had happened. The
family now listening to Linares' lessons while waiting and hoping for justice.
One thing that she taught us in her own way as we were growing up was that we need to move forward no matter what.
The Linares family is having a memorial for Margarita Linares on Friday, and they do have a GoFundMe set up to help with their final expenses. I'll leave that link online at yourcentralvalley.com. In downtown Fresno, AJ Cotto, CBS 47 Eyewitness News.
In developing news tonight in Northern California, a fast-moving wildfire has engulfed a town. The Dixie Fire tore through Greenville this evening in Plumas County. Much of the downtown area was leveled. The town is home to about 800 people. The 3-week-old Dixie Fire has grown to over 428 square miles across Plumas and Butte County. At last report, it was only 35% contained.
Now, your CBS 47 pinpoint weather forecast.
A very hot day today with temperatures near and even over 105 in parts of the valley, but we are finally going to feel some relief tomorrow as temperatures drop back to be below 100. Let's go ahead and take you through a time lapse from today with our Valley Cam network. This is our Kgpe Health camera in Visalia. It was a hot day. We saw plenty of sunshine, also felt a little bit of a breeze, and that wind is going to be something that you'll feel well into tonight. It's going to be quite breezy for at least the first part of the overnight hours. 86 now, Fresno. We have 84 in Lemoore, Merced at 76. 81 at midnight. 71, 8 o'clock tomorrow morning, and then 97 at 5 p.m. I will let you know how long we will stay in the 90s. In your pinpoint weather forecast coming up, first we'll send it back to Ken and Catherine.
Lauren, thank you. New at 11 tonight, a driver was trapped by live electric. It happened at first in Alluvial. A power pole was knocked down and then crashed to the ground. The driver was told to stay inside the vehicle until PG&E could turn off the power. Officials say she appears to be unharmed. Tonight, one person is dead and another has major injuries after a multi-vehicle crash in east central Fresno. It happened around 4:30 this afternoon. Investigators say a 53-year-old man was driving a Chevy Trailblazer on Clovis Avenue, south of Dakota. For some unknown reason, he veered into the curb, lost control of the SUV, and hit a parked Toyota Camry with a person inside of the vehicle. That car was pushed into other cars that were parked at a car dealership.
As a result of the first collision, the solo occupant, non-driver of the first vehicle, which was a Toyota Camry, suffered major injuries and was transported to the hospital. The driver of the Trailblazer ended up being ejected and suffered fatal injuries as a result.
Investigators say the driver of the Trailblazer was not wearing a seatbelt. The cause of the crash is still under investigation.
A former Fresno police officer says the city did not follow procedure when they fired him in April for his alleged ties to an extremist group. He's now suing the city of Fresno for wrongful termination. Rick Fitzgerald says he was a member of the Proud Boys but left the group nearly 6 months before he was fired. Fitzgerald's attorney told us tonight the former officer did not violate city policies but contends that city officials did.
It's always done that you talk to the person you're investigating to get their side of the story. And if they had talked to Rick, they would have found that the charges against him lacked merit.
Fitzgerald says he is not a racist or an extremist and that he served as a Fresno police officer for 18 years without issue.
You know, in 18 years, I've done everything I can to help people and reach out and to treat people like when I was in their house, that was if it was my first call or my 15th. So I've always treated people with care and respect and integrity. And through all this being fired without due process, the city demonstrated a complete lack of integrity, the very thing that they say makes our department run.
We reached out to the city of Fresno for a response to the lawsuit, but did not hear back.
A man is arrested for a deadly hit-and-run crash that killed a 10-year-old boy. It happened near Fresno's Woodward Park. Police say back on June the 17th, 62-year-old Raymond Celaya was hit and killed 10-year-old Angel Hernandez as he crossed the street with his family at the intersection of Bryant and Fort Washington roads. He's now been charged with 2 felonies, one for leaving the scene of the accident and another for vehicular manslaughter. If convicted on all those charges, he could face up to 7 years in prison.
We have continuing coverage. A fire destroys 4 mobile homes at Pine Flat Lake. According to CAL FIRE, around 4:30 in the morning, the first fire engine arrived on scene, along with 4 mobile homes that were destroyed. Was hurt, and the cause of this fire is under investigation.
New at 11 tonight, a virtual town hall meeting was held to talk about the possibility of changing the name of Squaw Valley. Many believe the word squaw is derogatory and sexually offensive. They want the name changed because they say it perpetuates an exploitive and humiliating narrative.
Having been born and raised in this valley, I was ignorant of the true meaning of Squaw Valley. Now that my eyes and spirit have been open to the suffering of Native women in Dunlap area, I would be letting my sisters down if I didn't give my support for a name change.
The process to find a new name will continue with more public input.
Coming up on Eyewitness News at 11, supplemental doses of the COVID vaccine, why San Francisco health officials are allowing an extra shot. Plus, Fresno Unified offers evening registration for the new school year. We'll hear from a parent. But first, here are the winning numbers for tonight's Super Lotto drawing. It's worth $13 million. Also tonight, here are the winning numbers for tonight's Powerball. It's worth $211 million. We're back in a little over a minute.
Summer of record heat, a broken AC, a family suffering for months with no sign of relief. Thursday at 7, CBS 47 is on your side.
Don't know when or what time they're going to come and fix this AC.
After contacting CBS 47 on your side, we stepped in.
I'm gratefully happy that 47 was truly on my side.
How they kept their cool and what they did to put the heat on their landlord. Murrow and Emmy Award-winning Eyewitness News investigates with Ken Malloy and Catherine Herr. Thursday at 7.
For those ready to... We've built our most capable Subaru yet. With sure-footed symmetrical all-wheel drive, 9.5 inches of ground clearance, and turbocharged climbing power. Discover Adventure Elevated, the all-new 2022 Subaru Outback Wilderness.
Get to Subaru of Fresno, where every new Subaru comes with complimentary maintenance included.
Knock, 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 ding dong, ding dong. Open the damn door and show me a vaccination card.
The Late Show with Stephen Colbert, weeknights on CBS.
Eyewitness News is brought to you in part by The Bone Store. CBS 47 Eyewitness News at 11 with Catherine Herr, Ken Malloy, and Pinpoint Weather with Chief Meteorologist Lauren Wallace on CBS 47 Eyewitness News.
The San Francisco Department of Public Health is giving what they are calling a supplemental shot of the Pfizer and Moderna vaccines. It's for those who have already received a single dose of the Johnson & Johnson vaccine and have made a special request for another shot after consulting with their doctor. City officials say the move does not reflect a change in policy, and they are not recommending a booster shot.
The J&J is a good vaccine. It's a good vaccine. We will continue to administer it. And, you know, we have lots of vaccine available. If people want the mRNA vaccine, we will give that. We're doing all three here today, in fact.
The FDA and the CDC have both said that fully vaccinated individuals do not need a booster shot at this time.
With the first day of school now just days away, Fresno Unified is offering evening registration for families with new students attending school and preschool. One session was held tonight. Another evening registration is planned for next week. We met up with one parent at Turner Elementary who says she has her hesitations about students returning to the classroom.
I'm a little 50-50 on it, but my kids have been home since pandemic started. They have not gone back to school. So I do get a little scared because he's only 6, so he's not allowed to be vaccinated.
The next evening registration event is on August 10th from 4 to 7 p.m. The first day of school is August 12th.
New at 11, Best Buy will be hiring thousands of people for the holiday season. Tomorrow, in fact, the company is hiring warehouse positions. You can apply at the distribution center in Dinuba from 10 a.m. until 4 p.m. Applications can also be submitted online. We have a link on our website. Just go to yourcentralvalley.com. Also on our website, there's a section where you can find another job. Here's a look at some of the other listings on the job corner. They include an opening for a wireless sales representative, an emergency room travel nurse, and a plant nursery assistant. You can find these jobs and others on our website. Just go to yourcentralvalley.com and click on the tab that says jobs. Still to come on Eyewitness News at 11, Chief Meteorologist Lauren Wallace has a look at our pinpoint forecast.
And right now, by have your 4-day allergy forecast brought to you by Boz Allergy. Your top pollens will be juniper and grasses. Expect medium levels for the next 4 days. Extremely hot today, but we're going to feel a little bit of relief tomorrow. I'll take a look at a cool down in your pinpoint weather forecast next.
A legendary coach. A legendary career. Now immortalized in the Hall of Fame. Join CBS 47 with coverage from Canton as Coach Tom Flores is honored this week on Eyewitness News. Before you go, CBS 47 wants to help you find the best gas prices in our valley. Log on to yourcentralvalley.com for the On the Road with Toyota Gas Tracker. Know before you go with CBS 47 and Toyota.
There are lots of ways we help others every day. Need another? Donate plasma at one of our Grifols centers. Did you know that your blood plasma can be used to make medication? People all over the world rely on them. That's why your plasma donations are needed more than ever. Helping others is an amazing way to spend your time. Donate today and give someone somewhere a full life. Visit Grifols.com to learn more.
If I use one word to describe Kgpe and Myers, it would be outstanding.
Amazing.
Family.
Reliable.
They make you feel like everything is going to be okay.
Protecting you since 1972. Kgpe and Myers.
It was the best experience.
Carvillo Fresno is your source for fine, affordable pre-owned cars. Every vehicle we sell has been checked out and serviced. That's why Carvillo offers a lifetime warranty for as long as you own your vehicle. Check out our large inventory on our website, or better yet, come over and see for yourself for a stress-free car buying experience. And with zero down with good credit and other financing options, you can drive out with the car you want for a price you can afford. Carvillo on North Blackstone and Spruce, home of the lifetime used car warranty.
CBS 47 is on your side. Contact us for Eyewitness News Investigates. Now, your CBS 47 pinpoint weather forecast.
Good evening and welcome back. I'm Chief Meteorologist Lauren Wallace. It was an extremely hot day with 107 as the high temperature in Fresno. Here's our average high, 98 degrees. That's actually where we are going to be tomorrow. So we do have a nice cool down on the way, and that will drop us back to some seasonal temperatures. Still hot, but at least it's a little closer to what we expect for this time of the year. We're still keeping track of our triple-digit days. So far this month, we've had 4 triple-digit days. Of course, today's only the 4th day of the month. Today was also the 46th. On average, we have 38, so we're already running well above average. 86 in Fresno right now, 80s as well. Visalia, Hanford, Los Banos, you're back at 72 degrees this evening. We have 79 degrees Mariposa, Merced at 76. We're going to be feeling the breeze as we head into tonight. So the wind is picking up, 15 miles per hour in Fresno, 14 miles per hour for those of you in Lemoore. Expect to stay at 10 to 20 miles per hour right through most of tonight. We will be feeling stronger gusts, though, up to 25 miles per hour. So we do have a breezy night ahead, but by tomorrow, we'll be feeling some cooler temperatures. Here's a look at our radar satellite loop. This is the last 6 hours. We saw sunshine today, and we're clear heading into tonight, and that will be the case for the next several days as well. So let's talk about your forecast. We're starting you out this evening at midnight. Let's go through tonight. We're going to stay clear. Temperatures in the 60s, which is going to be a few degrees cooler than the last couple of nights. So again, I think you'll notice the cooler temperatures by tomorrow morning. Here's 7 o'clock on your Thursday. For the rest of tomorrow, we'll see the sunshine. We'll feel temperatures back into the upper 90s. So again, it's going to be hot, but it's what we expect for this time of the year. Tomorrow night, clear skies. Then here's the start of our Friday. We'll see sunshine for the end of the week. Temperatures still are going to be in the upper 90s, but we are going to be going up. So by the weekend, we do have triple digits working their way back into the forecast. For tonight in the North Valley, most of you in the 50s. Los Banos dropping back to 59 and then 92 tomorrow afternoon. Merced, your forecast high tomorrow, 94. Kerman, 56 tonight, 97 tomorrow. Clovis, you'll reach a high of 98 degrees tomorrow. In the South Valley, Corcoran, 61 tonight, 98 degrees tomorrow. For those of you in Hanford, 66 tonight, 97 tomorrow. Heading into the foothills, Mariposa, 95 tomorrow. Auberry, you're going to make it to the low 90s for your Thursday. Three Rivers, 97. Springville, 69 tonight, and then 95 degrees tomorrow. Heading a little higher up, 4,000 feet, mid 80s, 6,000 feet, expect upper 70s. And then 8,000 feet, we have low 70s in the forecast. Moderate air quality, Merced, Madera, Kings counties tomorrow, and then Fresno, Tulare counties, and Sequoia National Park, unhealthy for sensitive groups. Here's our extended forecast, upper 90s for the next 2 days, and then triple digits do return this weekend. That stretch will continue into next week, so we'll hover around 100 Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. In the Sierra, sunshine for the next week. Expect low 80s for the rest of the week, through the weekend, into early next week, and then by next Wednesday, highs in the upper 70s. There's a look at your forecast. We'll send it back to Ken and Catherine.
Thanks, Lauren. Coming up next in sports, 52,000 in attendance to witness a Dodger debut. We'll have his big night up next in Sports Central.
Allard's Art is your local source for all of your drawing and painting needs, from blank canvas to professional framing, plus the Valley's largest assortment of fine pins. Allard's Art on Blackstone and Barstow.
For more information on this business, go to yourcentralvalley.com and click on Central Valley Local.
Register now for your chance to win 2 tickets to the Price is Right live show at Eagle Mountain Casino on August 14th. The winner also receives dinner for $10. yourcentralvalley.com. Contest ends August 11th.
Experience the possibilities of anti-aging medicine at Maj Medical Clinic. Dr. Maj Zubi uses the healing benefits of your own stem cells for your optimum health.
It was a miracle, honestly. It was simple, outpatient. I felt better the next day.
Call Maj Medical Clinic today.
If you're a small business owner or individual that owes $10,000 or more to the IRS, SBA Accounting and Tax Solutions may be able to settle your debt for up to 85% off the amount owed. Our Central Valley Tax Resolution Specialists will structure a plan to free you from unfiled returns, wage garnishments, bank levies, and IRS harassment. Call today for your confidential consultation and free report on how to end your IRS problems. SBA Accounting and Tax Solutions will help you get your life back.
Come to Quality Furniture for our summer's hottest sales going on right now. With the hot weather outside, relax indoor with this big, beautiful section with over 300 fabrics to choose from, all for $32 a month. This beautiful solid wood bedroom set with the matching dresser, mirror, chest, and nightstand, all for $32 a month. With these hot summer sales, furnish your whole house for $65 a month with 5 years with no interest and no money down. With good credit, bad credit, or no credit, we'll get you approved in our 2 locations in Fresno and Visalia.
Esquina a esquina, y ahí nos vamos. El mundo es grande, pero lo tengo en mis manos. Estoy muy duro, sí, ok, ahí vamos. Y con el tiempo nos seguimos elevando. Y vengo bailando, rompiendo. ¿Y dónde está mi gigante? Me fais bouger la tête. ¿Y dónde está mi gigante? Say yeah, yeah, yeah. 1, 2, 3, Lego!
Keep California moving. Get vaccinated.
Now YourCentralValley.com pros who know.
We can help get rid of your facial and acne scars, as well as stimulate collagen production with our most advanced microneedling technology available. Call us today.
For more expert advice, go to YourCentralValley.com/pros who know.
Immediate information from CBS 47. Download the YourCentralValley.com app.
Now, Sports Central, presented by Toyota.
Clovis East alum Bryson DeChambeau had to withdraw from the Olympics because he tested positive for COVID-19. And on Wednesday, he told a few reporters that he was not vaccinated, and he doesn't regret that decision. DeChambeau said he had some fatigue and congestion while he quarantined at home. And he also added, saying, quote, "I'm young enough, I'd rather give the vaccine to people who need it. I don't need it. I'm a healthy young individual that will continue to work on my health." Meanwhile, in Los Angeles,
the 1-2. He struck him out. Blew it by him. 10 Ks in his Dodger debut.
Max Scherzer living up to the hype. He had 10 strikeouts and 7 innings of work. LA fans absolutely loving it. 52,000 in attendance, the largest crowd in the majors so far this season. He also got some help from his offense. Dodgers hit 4 home runs, and Kenley Jansen closed the door. The Dodgers topped the Astros 7-5 and split the series.
That was amazing. You know, I can tell my little girl one day, you know, I play behind Scherzer, and just to see like his intensity, I think it kind of rubs off on everyone and everybody in the stadium as well. And so that was definitely a blessing to be a part of.
The Giants looking to bounce back after falling to the Diamondbacks on Tuesday, and they get on the board first. Donovan Solano with a solo blast to left, and that fan didn't even have to move to catch that. Top 7, San Francisco up 4-1, 2 on, 2 out. Alex Dickerson with a laser to right over the fence, a 3-run shot, his 12th on the year. Giants win 7-1 and have a 3.5-game lead over the Dodgers in the NL West. The Giants single-A affiliate, San Jose, in town visiting the Fresno Grizzlies. And take a look at this defensive play in the 5th. Eddie Diaz covering some ground and throws across his body for the out at first. Doesn't get much better than that. In the bottom of the 5th, Grizzlies pull within 1 thanks to this Julio Carreras home run. His 6th on the year. Fresno was clawing back, but come up just a little short. San Jose wins 6-5. Off by a bases-loaded walk in the 9th by Ronnie Simon. The Hyde top Inland Empire 7-6 and get their 20th win on the season. The U.S. women qualified for the finals in the 4x100-meter relay. Clovis High's Jenna Prandini did not run, but we'll see Friday. And the U.S. competes for a medal. That race takes place at 6:30 in the morning. Catherine, back to you.
Thanks, Julia. Coming up on Eyewitness News, a party in the park tonight to help beat next.
I radiate more
more positivity than food from a heat lamp.
You deserve a better value meal. Value yourself with $5 fire-grilled combos from El Pollo Loco.
Are you having cold or flu-like symptoms? Have you been exposed to someone? Protect yourself, your family, and the community. Premium Urgent Care offers rapid COVID-19 testing with same-day results to get you the answers you need. Drive-up testing is also available. We have the highest level of cleanliness and sanitation using UV, ozone, and HEPA air filtration in office. Premium Urgent Care has multiple locations open throughout the Fresno and Clovis area. Get tested today and stay healthy.
The Toyota Hybrid is a perfect balance of gas and electric power. And with 10 Hybrid or $750 cash back on Fenza Hybrid, or choose $2,000 cash back plus a $900 California Clean Fuel reward on Prius Prime. And when you combine amazing savings with legendary Toyota reliability, Toyotas are the perfect hybrid of everything you want and everything you need. Toyota, let's go places.
Fresno Sears Outlet is now American Freight, offering the same great savings on appliances of quality furniture and mattresses at everyday low prices. Take it home today for $50 with low, easy payments. Save up to 55% off appliances, including refrigerators, washers, dryers, dishwashers, and more. Plus, over 70,000 new in-box appliances in stock company-wide. Memory foam mattress sets from $154.99 each piece. 5-piece dining sets from $199.99. Sectionals from $298. Same-day delivery ends August 31st. Visit American Freight in Fresno.
We don't just cover the news, we dig deep, prepared to prepare you for anything. Investigations lead to impact and answers that provide understanding. Eyewitness News investigates with Ken Malloy and Catherine Herr every night.
Jason, did you know Geico could save you hundreds on car insurance and a whole lot more?
Cool.
So what are you waiting for? Michaela Maroney to get your Frisbee off the roof?
I'll get it.
Whoa.
Here you go.
Thank you, Michaela.
Dude, get it. I'm not getting it. You get it. You threw it. It's your Frisbee.
Geico. Switch today and see all the ways you could save.
Well, it's another rough evening commute, people.
Problem. Our new Thermo to Go packaging keeps pollo hotter longer, like the $20 Familia dinner. And to prove it, we're offering free delivery from El Pollo Loco.
A longtime Valley coach speaks on the impact of Tom Flores in Sanger.
And weather-wise, well, the break from the triple digits is on the way. Join us.
And coming up on the Late Show with Stephen Colbert, tonight's guests are comedian Hannah Einbender and actor Alex Falcone. Well, the first of 3 summer events to help people beat the heat kicked off in Fresno today.
The events are taking place at 3 different parks, and tonight was the Welcome to the Circus event at Melody Park. There was free food, games, and prizes. Councilmember Tyler Maxwell is hosting the events in collaboration with the Every Neighborhood Partnership and the City of Fresno Parks Department.
We've seen the crime statistics. Crime is rising, homicides are up, shootings are up, and a lot of these crimes are involving young people. And so one of the things we wanted to do was engage young people. Let's give them something productive to do.
Over the next 2 Wednesdays, events will be held at Vinland Park and Robinson Park. And we have more information on our website, valley.com.
Looked refreshing.
Yeah, with 107.
That was a hot day. We're going to be cooling down tomorrow, but our drop in temperatures just brings us down to average. 98 is where the year. 99 Friday, and then just return this weekend. 103 Saturday, 101 Sunday. We'll still be hovering near 100 early next week. Sunshine for the Sierra for the next 7 days. Temperatures fairly consistent. We'll be in the low 80s until next Wednesday.
All right, thank you, Lauren. That'll do it for this edition of Eyewitness News at 11.
The Late Show with Stephen Colbert is next. Good night.
CBS 47 Eyewitness News and on air, online and on the go. Take Eyewitness News with you and share your stories with us on Facebook, Twitter, and on yourcentralvalley.com.
It's time to hit refresh, to be buttoned up, to feel your best and look it by using Just for Men shampoo and hair color to eliminate gray in 5 easy minutes. It's time to look forward. Just for Men shampoo in color.
If you're feeling anxious, worried, or uncertain right now, Alpha Behavioral Counseling Center wants you to know it's normal and you're not alone. If you're covered by Medi-Cal through Calviva or Anthem Blue session, there's no cost to you for our phone session and telehealth services with diverse, caring therapists. Alpha Behavioral gives support, guidance, and reconnection as we come back together. Contact us today for insurance and appointment information. Alpha Behavioral Counseling Center, first for lasting peace of mind.
Monster Jam. Coming to Save Mart Center August 20th through 22nd. Brought to you by BKT Tires and Great Clips. You have to see it live, so lock in your seats today at monsterjam.com.
Blackouts are coming to California.
Okay, you ready?
You're sure, right? Yes.
And after this past year,
Wait. Oh, no.
Let's do this.
All right.
Oh, no, they're falling.
with the right technology, we have the power to end blackouts. Ohm Connect is providing Californians with up to 1 million free smart thermostats. Register and get your free smart thermostat at endcablackouts.com.
Tom Flores, CBS 47 coverage from Canton this week.
Over the past several decades, the Olympic Village has developed a bit of a reputation. That reputation involves hundreds of thousands of condoms and a lot of people using them. According to Maki Hirayama, a sociologist who studies sexuality, sex in the village is going to happen more than ever before.
And it's not just the athletes gearing up. The Olympic mascots are also getting in on the action.
Tokyo 2020, baby. Yeah, I've been feeling so stressed about the summer games. But then you came and now it's a flame. You and me with a new dream team. So come over here and mount me like a ballet. Don't even know into a situation that's bad. Leave the costumes on doing fornication. That's mascot sex. I'm gonna have to cut a flap in the groin for mascot sex. And if we're on the third, I'll ask my friend to join us for mascot sex.
It's The Late Show with Stephen Colbert. Tonight, into the thick of it. Plus, Stephen welcomes Hannah Einbinder and comedian Alex Falcone with a special appearance by Zack Snyder, featuring Sean Baptiste and Stay Human. And now, live on tape from the Ed Sullivan Theater in New York City, it's
Welcome, one and all, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to The Late Show. I'm your host, Stephen Colbert. And I have great news about COVID-19. Is something I wish I could say. Unfortunately, and the little prompter here, it says COVID-19 cases nearly tripled in the U.S. over the last 2 weeks. Come on. For Pete's sake, how many times do we have to do the same mistakes before the consequences are different? This surge is especially hard on doctors. One hospital administrator described his staff this way: they are tired.